Alrighty. Hello everyone, my name is Carly Bird and I will be giving a presentation on verbal and visual supporting materials in professional speaking. After this presentation, I hope that you will all know the various types and uses of visual aids, the benefits of using visual aids for a presentation, when to use visual aids, when not to use visual aids, and effective use of visual aids. So let's first start with the first one. What are sensory aids, or also known as visual aids? Sensory aids are supporting devices that appeal to one or more of the five senses. So it can be sight, hearing, smell, taste, touch, all of these. Anything used to engage your audience using one of the five senses is technically a sensory aid. Sensory aids allow your audience to be interactive with the speaker. They also include sound, and they use colorful and aesthetically pleasing graphics. Now, I understand a lot of you here don't always give large presentations on a daily basis, but I think that what I have here in my presentation can also be applied to conversations that you can have with people one-on-one and people that you see at work or at home every day. Right now, I deal with so many different kinds of visual aids because of the kid that I work with. Since she doesn't really have a language established yet, we use verbal aids as well as visual aids and sign language. I also have to draw pictures, get on Google and look things up just to try and communicate with her. If she doesn't understand a concept, I have to just be able to sit down and kind of give her gestures and explain to her in the only way that she can figure it out until we can get on the same level. So I'd say right now she uses sign-supported speech about 50% of the time, meaning I use sign language as a constant visual aid in class. So some common types of sensory aids include graphs, and graphs illustrate ideas. There's a lot of different types of graphs. An example of that would be a line graph or a bar graph. Another kind of sensory aid is a chart. Charts help represent parts of a whole. An example of that would be a pie chart, how pie charts typically are in the shape of a circle and show different parts in percentages. Another thing is tables. Tables help your audience view and compare data. So tables are more so used for comparing things. Another common type of sensory aid includes video and audio aids, such as YouTube video, which I will show shortly, and music or some kind of movie. Another common type of sensory aid is objects, models, and handouts. It's very beneficial during a presentation to bring something to class if it's a hands-on type of class so that people can learn by touching it or by actually doing it versus just hearing you talk about it or seeing pictures of it. The real deal really makes a difference. Another kind of common sensory aid includes electronic and multimedia aids. Those are typically things used on the computer, so we can call them smart boards, iPads, the internet, and even this PowerPoint is electronic multimedia aid because it's using a TV and a laptop. And lastly, another common type of sensory aid is a whiteboard or a marker board, which is pretty self-explanatory. Now I have my video. I found this guy on YouTube. He does a really interesting TEDx talk. I don't know if you guys like listen or watch those kinds of videos, but they're super fun. And his name is David Phillips, and his presentation on TEDx is How to Avoid Death by PowerPoint. And I'll just show you a short clip of him actually showing some terrible examples of visual aids that he's come across in the past, and even I think he made a few. So he's kind of like hurting himself a little bit too and like making fun of himself. Let's see. I gotta close my PowerPoint first.
I have the great honor to stand here in front of you. What am I talking about? What are the PowerPoints I'm referring to? Well, they can look like this. Now, this is one of the top 3 universities in the world advising their students and their teachers on how to build great PowerPoints. I received this from a customer, and you've got to be semi-blind in order to even have something like this in the company. I love this one. This one was awarded the prize of being the worst PowerPoint delivered by a public CEO in 2010. It's a nice prize to pick up, isn't it? Oh yes, thank you. Well done, mate. And then you go like, this is bad. Can it get worse? Yes, it can. Now this is the UN in Afghanistan, the US military, describing the situation in the area. And, well, there are no comments on that. But then we go this one. My God, David Phillips, this has got to be the thing. This has got limited amounts of text. It's got a supporting image. It's got a clear headline. This is the truth. Well, the thing is, if you recognize yourself in any of these, which I think you do, nodding away, I want to make you aware of the following. That if you delivered a presentation with something like that behind you, 90% of what you said was gone within 30 seconds. And then you go, no way, Jose. That is way, I know it's bad, but it can't be that bad, can it now, really? Well,
There you go. I actually watched his full video. It's very interesting, believe it or not. And I took some of his tips in making my PowerPoint for us today so that it would be aesthetically pleasing, as they put it. Alright, let me step back up here. Okay. Alrighty. Moving on to the benefits of using visual aids. One benefit is that visual aids improve